I find these price action videos, this one's going on 21 minutes, but it's just one trade. It's not where I'm trading a whole day. You got to watch me and listen to me all day. You can just see a simple thought process that I had, how I executed it, how the trade played out, how I managed the trade. I think these are a lot more impactful than watching me trade live or anything like that. But, you know, you can let me know in the comments below if you like these videos or if you want me to trade live more or anything. But I want you guys to know I'm doing this for you. Um, I'm profitable. I don't have to make videos. I don't make money from YouTube for real. I think they sent me $100 a couple weeks ago, and that was like for months and months of YouTube views. But I'm doing this for you guys, so the more feedback you give me, the better the videos can be. And the more you encourage me to come on and teach you things, the more I can do that too. So, all right. So I'm gonna trade right now. We've had a bull channel pushing up. These are typically you want to trade them like bear flags because they'll break down the opposite of their slope a higher percentage of the time than they'll break up. So what you have is you have this breaking up right here, okay, and you also have it breaking out of this trading range here. You see this trading range, we had one touch, one, two, three touches, and then four touches to kind of pull back here. But so this is trading up, broke up. I'm expecting this type of price action to be unsustainable at the moment. I think it wants to pull back into this range and possibly break down into this range. That's what I'm hoping for. But what I've been doing is I've been buying the tops. I've been buying new highs or selling new highs. I sold this high here. I sold this high here. And maybe a little bit higher if we were to get another leg up. I'll sell another high. But you've got to break out here, okay? And you've got your first leg, your second leg. You got to pull back below here since it's probably your third leg. So I call this three pushes to a wedge, okay? But I'm still expecting this price action. I'm still expecting the bulls to be weaker and more reluctant to buy up here. We had a pullback here, came down, had a trading range bar right here, went up, went down. And so this kind of set the trading range that we're in right now. We're at the bottom of this range. We tried to push up, couldn't make it to a new high, and then we've been selling off. So this is a first time that a stop bear, a bear that sells the close of a bear bar. The first time that he's made money is right here. Pull back a little bit, not a lot, but you've got stop bears able to make money now. So the limit side of the market is still intact, but the stop side of the market is now strong also. So I'm expecting this to break back down, potentially here first to the top of this range to retest the breakout of this. And then if it fails, I want it to break down here. Okay. And then if this fails here, it'll break out to the bottom of this. So let's see what we get here. Just reading price action. I don't have a moving average on there. I like to have one 20 period. It gives you enough setups so where you should keep it on the chart, but let's go make it yellow so we can see it, make it a little thicker, make it a 20. Okay. All right. So we're returning to the 20. So this is interesting. This is the first time we've come back to the 20 in how many bars? 15 bars. So this will likely be bought up. First time returning to the 20 in a while. If we have the strength to break below this 20 though and test the top of this, I'll be interested in seeing if we can get to the bottom of this. So we're testing the breakout point of this channel right now. Okay. And I'm interested to see if we have enough strength, if the bears have enough strength to get back down here. This could just be a broader trading range from right here, because this one also had three touches. Really four, one, two, three, four. You slide this here, kind of see it. Okay. And then we broke through on this last one, came back and retested here, gapped over it, even when we gapped up over it, we came back and retested the bottom of it here. Okay. And then we came and tested the midpoint, came back down, then we started channeling up. So we've been channeling up really since 7 o'clock last night. And we had a break out of this channel and a pullback to the start of it. But I'm still thinking we're going to pull back to here. I'm going to see how price looks when we get back to here. I'm not really interested in selling more at this level. If we start to break out of here, though, so if we come down and do something like this, and then this, and then here, about right here, I'll be looking to short again, or right here maybe. Okay. But if we just get a breakdown and it looks like we start dojing out like we did in here, say we got real small here, real small, with lots of overlap, then I'll think about selling. But let's see how this plays out here. I think this has some momentum to the downside coming. We've already had three legs up, one, two, three, and a wedge, and we're kind of pushing down now. This is the first time really the bears have been able to make money in this whole thing, and it comes at the top of this channel right here. So typically you break out the top, climactic, you pull back into the trading range, and then you come and test the other side of the channel. So let's see what happens. I am interested in selling a little more. If we can test the high of this again, maybe peak above it, I'll sell more here. Matter of fact, I'll put two more up here to sell right now, because I don't think we're going to go much higher than this at the moment. I think that the bulls are going to be running out of steam here. They're already taking profits. They took profits here. Well, a little bit more profit taking. So I think we can get about up here to here. Let's put one here too. We get about up there, I think we'll see some profit taking, and I can scale a little bit higher. I'm looking for a drop down into this bull channel and potentially a break of this range here. We had a doji here, trading range right here. Got to the top of the range and was rejected again, so we're probably coming back down to test this low and the EMA. So we get down, test this EMA, maybe test the top of the range, and let's see how price is looking here. If we can get down and flip this EMA, come back and test it, we can do this here. We come down here, come back up, test it, it'll be about right there, and then come down. That would be great. But let's see. I'm only interested in selling at the top of bars though. So I get a strong bull close, or even a climax bar. I want to be selling that. So let's see what happens here. First touch of the EMA and many bars probably going to be bought. But it's what do they do? How high do they take it when they buy it? If they just take it here, it's a lot different than if they take it here, right? So I'm expecting a move down here. You see the trend's not too strong though, because the bulls. Look at this change in character here. So if you bought the top of this, say you bought the high of this, it looks like it traded down first and then pushed up. If you bought the high of this, you had to buy on a limit to make money. You bought the high of this, you had to buy on a limit to make money. You bought the high of this, you should have bought on a limit to make money. But look at this one here. Hardly any pullback right here. Hardly any pullback right here. That was the first time that the stop bulls made money. But then it kind of went to limit. They bought it at 75%. They bought here about, let's say, 50%. They bought here at 75%. Then they sold off here. Okay, sold off, came down, bought about the halfway mark here. So limit bulls ran this part of the trend up. If you were trying to get a stop bull here, you could make money, but you had to endure pullbacks. That's never pleasant, right? So you probably didn't stay with the trade too long. This was really climactic here, but you saw it sold right back down to the channel, kind of formed the channel actually. So big bull bar. You bought here, you made money if you got out here. You didn't get out here though. You rode it all the way back down here. And look what happened. You had to buy near the 25% low of this one here. These dots are 25% and 75% of the candle. So I took out the midpoint. I just whacked these on here because I feel like I'm getting a discount when I'm buying. So we're selling. So if I want to get a short, I'm gonna get short up here at 75% of this candle here because I'm getting a price that's better than 75% of the people that want to sell this candle. And if I want to buy down here because there's only 25% left in this candle right here, and I'm getting a better price than 75% of the people that bought here. So I've been using that a lot in my trading lately. What it does, it teaches you to be patient, and it shows you where you're most likely to find resistance. And if you're buying on limits and you're comfortable buying on limits, it's really easy to make money than if you're buying on stops. Because if you're buying on stops, you got to really be reading the momentum right. So we got the top of a candle here. I kind of want to short this, but we're in the middle of a trading range that this is kind of creating right here. We've come down, we've hit the bottom of this range. I'm interested in shorting above the top of this. This is above the top of the 75%. Getting a little more short here, seeing what happens. Nice candle closing at its high though. I might come up here and test the high of this. This high right here. I'm interested in selling above this high, but I'm actually going to wait. I don't want to blast up through here. Feel me? Let's let it get as big as it's going to get. Let's wait till around the closure time, see what it's going to look like at close, and then we'll make a decision then. There's no need to place it there. So we've now poked above this. Let's get my orders ready here. Interested in selling about 3. We have tested the side of this channel, the back side of this channel, and continued up. But if they were weak here before and came back, I think they're going to be weak here again. And if they come back down again, I think we're going to sell. This trend line is also in effect here. So let's see if we can put a channel around this and see what it's doing here. That's the top of this channel here. Just looking really weak. If this comes down again after this, it's going to come down pretty hard, I think. If we get a big spike out of this, after we broke out of this and we break out of the even steeper one, I'm definitely fading that. I'm fading the hell out of that. So I'm not really worried about this little drawdown right here at the moment, because I'm going to be fading a lot of highs here, because that's how bears are making money, and I'm bearish right now. I can nibble a little higher here. Let's buy one there, sell one there. See what happens on this next candle. Only interested in getting up to 10 micros, so get to 10 micros, about $400 of risk, and we'll go from there. Okay, still breaking out the top of this channel. Looking pretty strong, but we have the same thing we had here, where it broke out the top of this range right here in this channel, and now it's at the top of this channel in this range. So nice close here, but I'm looking to short this. I'm looking to short this at the close. See how high it wants to go here. I'm gonna short it right now. Doubt the bulls are strong enough to break through the top of this and keep going. I doubt it. But I am a little too big. I might think about getting out of the break even, but let's see how it handles these highs here. This was signaling a lot of bulls to get long here. It doesn't look like they're taking that signal. I'm back down. My order is around the 25% mark of this candle. So if they're going to buy right where my break even is. This channel is just getting established though, so it might not be the final channel. But either way, it's a 30% slope. It's a 14% slope, so it's pretty much doubled its slope from this trending action to this trending action. So it's getting pretty up there. I think we'll see a pullback, and I can get out of the break even if I'm just dead wrong and it's going to go up. We'll still be some profit taken up here. I can get out. Look like we could be failing to break out of this high here. If this falls out of this channel, it's going to fall right back into this and right down here. I don't know if it's going to go here or here, but if this falls, it's going to be a lot of people trapped and taken right down here. I find these price action videos, this one's going on 21 minutes, but it's just one trade. It's not where I'm trading the whole day. You got to watch me and listen to me all day. You can just see a simple thought process that I had, how I executed it, how the trade played out, how I managed the trade. I think these are a lot more impactful than watching me trade live or anything like that. But, you can let me know in the comments below if you like these videos or if you want me to trade live more or anything. But I want you guys to know I'm doing this for you. I'm profitable. I don't have to make videos. I don't make money from YouTube for real. I think they sent me $100 a couple weeks ago, and it was like for months and months of YouTube views. But I'm doing this for you guys, so the more feedback you give me, the better the videos can be. And, the more you encourage me to come on and teach you things, the more I can do that too. So this is failing here. More selling up here as we anticipated. Top of the range, top of the channel. See if we can break below here. You break below here, that's a short signal for the bears. See if they take it. The bulls did not take this long signal up here. They couldn't even get above this bar. So there's some profit taking up here. They're profit taking at new highs. And the bulls are going to have to continue to want to buy higher and absorb the profit taking from the bears if they want to continue higher. Or it could be profit taking from the bears and long or short entry of new shorts. But there's definitely some pullbacks happening here. Let's measure the last one and see where it got to. The last pullback was 20 points. So this pullback 20 points. This will get me to the bottom of this range right now. But this is failing now. Didn't even get above the 75%, and it's failing. Did get below the 25%, they brought it up. But this candle here, this 25%, if we lose this, I think we got a strong chance of breaking through here and coming back through this channel too. I'm having a beer right now. One of those canned Modelo's Gelada. One of the strawberry or the watermelon ones. It's really good. Get the little bird seed, put it on the corner of the can. It's really good. Maybe in editing, I'll put a video, a picture up and show you what I'm drinking here. But if you hear funny sounds, that's what it is. I'd say this is a tight channel. This channel was kind of broad. This channel is definitely tighter. It's about 7 points tighter, containing most of the price action here. This channel is kind of broad all the way down, about 27 points. So what you see is the trend has gotten stronger and tighter, but that also means that it's gotten more climactic. So that's why I'm comfortable selling closer to these highs than I am buying. And I think in time, as we work through, they negotiate this level here, I think they're going to want to visit these areas again, just to make sure. I think they'll break this low, maybe come down to this one, and then we'll have a sort of another trading range here. But I'm looking for a candle to trade below the low of this one, and then take out this one. If we take out this one, remember, if we take out this one here, I think we're going to have a really good chance of getting to the bottom of this channel or the top of this trading range. Failing again, pushing down to around 25% of this candle here. This candle's closing. Tried to push up. Okay, so we just broke that one. Tried to push up to the midpoint of this candle here. They got overwhelmed. Bears are coming back. So should at least make it to the bottom of this, but obviously I want this to break here. I want the bottom of this to break, but probably return to the bottom of this. This will be the second tag of the moving average if we get down here. Still don't have stop bulls making money. They're making money on limits. They're selling the highs of the bars. That's how they're making their money. Okay, so we decisively closed or decisively traded below here. It wasn't just a one tick trap. Looks like it's coming below here pretty good. Should be back at break even here in a second. So I could take that profit, but remember, I could take this break even, count my losses here. But if we break, see they're right here at this, 25% point here. So I'm gonna see them pull below that and then take out this candle. Candle's got potential to go all the way to the bottom of that range, especially since we're breaking the body of that previous one. It's got potential to get down there. I kind of want to sell a little more, but I think I'm going to stick with my 10 contracts, which is one NASDAQ. I want a nice close below here. We're getting a nice close at the low. If you've noticed, we talked about earlier, the bulls have been buying the lows. The limit bulls have been running this. They waited and bought this low. They bought this low. They bought the low of this body. They look like they're buying the low of this body, but it's not working. So that's when we're going to get this breakdown that I'm looking for. So we went up how far away from my stop? We went up about 12 points of actual risk above my stop. So let's target 12 points of actual risk below. But here's the thing. If we get back into this range right here, this purple range, this one, and this one, we're going to continue back down to here. So 12 points might not be enough. But let's see what happens. So limit bulls are still buying below candles. Still buying below candles. That's why we get these long wicks here. But we got to see if the bears can really push down below here. Haven't lost this candle completely here, but I think we will. I'm inclined to sell this top here. This local top right here. I'm inclined to sell that. See what happens. I mean, you see, I really believe in what I'm saying, though, because if I didn't, I would have gotten out here or here at a small profit after risking, way more than my profit. But I really think we're going to come back into this range. So I'm really waiting for this breakdown here. Couldn't get to the 75% of this bar right here. They're preventing that from happening. So probably going to visit this low. All right, so there's the break I wanted. We are now back into this channel, but we do have the bottom of this trading range to contend with here. So I'm hoping this momentum, so as I'm talking, it takes it all back. But I'm hoping that if it comes back down here, this momentum will take us through. And if it comes back down here after that, I'm pretty sure that it will, because everyone that just bought this is going to be trapped. But they're definitely buying these lows. You see the limit bears are very active, or limit bulls are very active down here. I think this will close at its low. I don't think it'll close like this. I think it'll close down here or outside of this box. I definitely think we're going to take out this here. Let me put a couple buys down here so that you can tag me out of here if it comes back down here again. This video is already 35 minutes long. See if we can get a push down below this low here. I like that it's the body's below the 25% of this candle. That shows that the bulls are really struggling to keep this candle from being traded below. But I mean, doesn't look like they're gonna be able to. Something else I don't talk about, but I look at the spread up here in this corner. Right now it's a 0.50 spread. Oh, it's a 0.25 spread now. But at night, the spread can really widen and it can really take you out of trades, by a tick or so. But when you see it get really tight like this and that, you can tell that there's a lot of participation. Like it just went to 0.75, 0.50. When it gets down to 0.25 though, that means that there's orders above and below each tick, and they're really trying to pick a direction there. When you see it like a 1 or 0.75 at night, it's not really doing anything. It's kind of lazy. It's just kind of chilling. But you see it bouncing between 0.50 and 0.25. There's people on each side. There's parties on each side willing to buy and sell. And that's what you really want to see when you're thinking of hitting a trend, getting some momentum in one direction. You want to see the spread get tighter and tighter because you've just got them battling in a really tight range. So someone's got to win. So remember I said I think this is going to close at its low. Let's see if we get that. And then we get I want to see it close below this 25. See if we get a big draft down here. Because we're back into this range now. We're kind of being sucked back to the bottom of this range. This closed below here. This was pivotal here. Remember I said we lose this bar, we got a really good chance of coming back down here. Here we go. So second time down here, and they bought it all the way back up to here, remember? So they're down here again, they just broke the low. Right. So we're out of that trade, and we're probably going to travel back down to the bottom of this. But, yeah. I'll leave it running for a little bit so you can see if I was right. But hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a like, guys. I do this for you guys. I don't do it for me. Talk to you in the next one.